Today we're going to talk about a 5-minute habit to help you get to sleep and the 10 steps you really should be paying attention to increase your sleep drive, which will allow you to get better. So, my name is Dr. Lori Marvis. I'm a board certified family and lifestyle medicine physician, and I'm so excited to have you here today to talk all about sleep and how we can improve that quality of sleep and feel better each and every day. So let's get started. Oh, by the way, if you please subscribe, that would be fantastic. Really appreciate you being here. And feel free to join the newsletter, right? We have a weekly newsletter that goes out on every Tuesday, talking all about health, and love to send out recipes as well, along with that article that gives you some updates on some health topics. So let's jump right in to, first of all, we're going to talk about the 10 things you need to be doing on a daily basis, or at least working towards that, to really improve your sleep drive. And then we'll talk about the 5-minute habit that really encompasses quite a bit of it. So let me pull up my notes here. Where'd they go? There we go. Okay, number one. I know this seems like it might be hard, but really it's a consistent sleep schedule, right? So you really want to wake up and go to bed at the same time every day, even on weekends. And I know it's hard because you want to sleep in on weekends, but this really reinforces this thing called a circadian rhythm. And that keeps your sleep drive regulated, right? So this, sleeping in or staying up late on weekends or certain days of the week, that really can mess with your circadian rhythm and really make it difficult to stay in a consistent sleep pattern through most days of the week. Next is really avoiding naps, especially late in the day. Anything probably before 1, if it's short, maybe if you're like, I just got to have maybe 20 minutes max, that would be okay. But again, it might be a little bit harder to deal with. If you can stay awake, great. If not, 20 minutes limited to before 1 p.m. But remember, napping reduces your sleep drive, especially if they're long or later in the afternoon. Number 3 is increase your physical activity, right? So regular moderate exercise, and that's the type of exercise that if you're walking, might be like this, to say a full sentence, because that you're out of breath a little bit. That is what we describe as moderate exercise. And that can really boost your sleep drive by making you physically tired. For example, yesterday I got over 25,000 steps in, and I slept like a champ. I woke up going, did I even move? Because my sleep drive had been so increased because of the significant physical activity that we did. But you really want to aim for at least 30 minutes of activity most days. But try to avoid the really vigorous activity right before bed, because that can be too stimulating. However, I would say when you're getting your exercise, but I would try to hit around 10,000 steps per day. That's going to be a really good, I'd say, marker or threshold to see if you start getting enough of that threshold. Today I did resistance training and jump roping, so I haven't quite got my 10,000 steps, but we're going to be going to a farmer's market down the street, so definitely will have it by the end of the day. So again, if you don't have all your steps, that's okay, but it might be something to at least move towards, and that'll help you start getting that physical activity in. Next is really limiting caffeine and alcohol, right? So caffeine can reduce your sleep drive by blocking a molecule called adenosine, right? That's a chemical that promotes sleep. And that blocking can take around 8 hours, right, to wear down. So you want to try to avoid caffeine at least 8 hours or so before you go to bed. And even tea makes a change. I love my Earl Grey, but it is what it is. Alcohol, now that may make you feel initially sleepy, but it can really disrupt your sleep later in the night. So really decreasing the quality of the sleep and your overall sleep drive. So avoiding alcohol, it's a toxin in the body, is better for you. This one is really important because remember we talked about that circadian rhythm. This is kind of getting you that circadian rhythm really reinforced. Is exposing yourself to natural light, especially in the morning. So that morning sunlight sends off a message saying, hey brain, in about 15 or 16 hours, I'm going to be ready for bed. So that's just telling you, again, that natural light early in the morning. In the evenings, you may want to dim your lights so that your brain is like, okay, now the sun is setting, so to speak, and we're going to be getting ready and settling in for a good night's sleep. The next thing is limiting screen time. I know you all have been told this before, but it's worth repeating. You really want to do that because it suppresses your melatonin production, which again reduces your sleep drive. So try to limit your screen use to at least an hour before bed, if not more, or use blue light blocking glasses, but only in that hour, I would say, because remember that light is important for other times of the day. So I wouldn't use blue light blocking glasses all day. Next is really create a bedtime ritual. Engage in calming activities before bed. Again, just kind of like when you had little kids, or maybe when you were a little kid, you read, someone read you a book. I don't know, maybe your spouse will read you a book or sing you a lullaby. I don't know. But anyway, you want to find what works for you, right? So that deep breathing, taking a warm bath, just that consistent wind down pattern will get your body used to actually falling asleep. And I would say also avoiding watching television in bed, because we want bed to be associated in our brain with sleep. So if you have a television in your room, consider removing it. Next is avoiding eating heavy meals late at night, right? So a really large heavy meal can disrupt your digestion and impair sleep. So try to have your dinner or your last bite 3 hours before you go to bed. You can do a light snack if you need to, if you're gurgling, but I would, again, make it a very, very small snack. Next is really limit your time in bed, right? So only use your bed for sleep and, well, other activities, and avoid spending excessive time in bed if you're not sleepy, right? So this can confuse your body and really weaken your sleep drive. And if you can't sleep after 20 minutes, consider getting up and doing something soothing and relaxing until you start to feel sleepy again. And then last is optimize your sleep environment. Make sure your bedroom is conducive to sleep, right? Keep it cool, dark, and quiet. Investing in a comfortable mattress and pillow can also enhance sleep quality, ultimately your sleep drive. So we are nomadic right now, RVing full time, so we don't have really control what the lights are on the outside. And these type of little blinds are also in our bedroom area. So we have put out blackout. There's this material, and I put it up every morning. And I wear earplugs, and that works like a charm. I feel like I'm in a little cocoon. It's lovely. So there's that. So now what is that 5-minute habit? So really this is regarding a 5-minute sleep inducing habit, right? So this is deep breathing and relaxation. So I would say this is going to be part of your bedtime routine, decreasing stress as well. So what you want to do is find a quiet place, which of course could be your bed, or maybe it's your armchair before you go to bed, just somewhere, but in a dimly lit room, right? Make sure your phone is on silent or turned off, preferably, and away from you to avoid distractions. If you have a smartwatch like myself, which I've already gotten a text message while I'm talking to y'all, try to avoid that. So you want to practice some deep breathing. So you're going to sit and you're just going to basically inhale slowly through your nose for a count of 4, hold your breath for 7, and then out for 8. Okay, and you're going to repeat that cycle for about 3 to 4 minutes. And that's called 4-7-8 breathing, which really stimulates the parasympathetic nervous system, which is that calming part of your nervous system, reducing anxiety, promoting relaxation. And then the other thing is, after you do your deep breathing, you want to tense and relax each major muscle group. This is called progressive muscle relaxation. So you start with your feet, right? And you just tense up and relax. Then you go to your calves, your thighs, your tummy, your chest, right? And then you relax it, right? This really helps to signal your body that it's time to wind down. And then finally, I think in the last minute of your 5 minutes, I would just say, take a note, take a deep breath, and allow yourself to be present. And just think of 1 or 2 things that you are grateful for that day, right? That positive shift in your mindset can really just calm your mind and help you go to bed in a grateful mood, which I think you'll have a better quality of sleep. So remember, deep breathing, it works by activating the parasympathetic nervous system, which slows the heart rate, calms the mind. Progressive muscle relaxation really may reduce your physical tension that you may be having that's interfering your ability to fall asleep. And then gratitude, it just alleviates the mental stress and the little monkey brain going off that I know we all have. But that is my 5 minutes habit and the 10 things you need to be doing regularly to really see an improvement in your sleep quality. I hope you found this helpful. I'll tell you, sleep is a big one. And if you can get better quality sleep, you're in a better mood, your relationships are better, so everything just gets better. So don't ignore it, guys. I know it's easy, but don't do it. So, as always, I'm so grateful for you for being here. I'm sending you joy, love, peace, and harmony, and above all, healing, because we all need more of that in this world. So thank you for being here and sharing your time with me, and I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day and week, and stay safe and just sending love as always. Take care, everyone.